I don't have to worry about cooking my lunch. So it can get all the flavors. And the weather right now is perfect. So I think it's gonna be an interesting flavor. Is there a better way to start the day than with yoga? I believe that starting the week off right significantly increases the chances of it continuing on a good note. That's why I rarely change my Monday routine. I begin early, heading to the gym. That first step gives me the energy I need to face the days ahead. Only after my workout due, I feel the week can truly begin. Welcome to another week in my life. I think it's gonna be a fun week. I have fun plans for the week ahead. So stay tuned because we are going to have fun together. And here comes the inception part of the vlog. I always find this part weird when I'm recording a new vlog, but I'm still editing a past vlog. I always found it weird, not only in my vlogs, but anybody's vlogs. Isn't it weird? It's like 2 time frames in one. Actually 3, because there's the past vlog, there's the vlog I'm recording today, and there is you watching days later. Yeah. First day of the week, time to choose all the proteins for the week. So everything will be already defrosted when I need them. Every Sunday I make 2 pizzas. One I bake on Sunday night, it's our tradition, and the other one I save for Monday lunch, so I don't have to worry about cooking my lunch. I make my crust from scratch, and I use whole wheat flour for that, because it's healthier than white flour. Another important Monday task is preparing our protein bars. My husband and I consume a lot of protein, so I need to get creative to ensure we always have something on hand to help us meet our daily goals. He loves it, especially since there's always some leftover chocolate for him. Tonight's dinner will be ground beef with brown rice. To include vegetables in a practical way, I usually add frozen mixed veggies. I like to season the beef with soy sauce and then stir in the rice. After dinner, we choose dessert. Options usually include protein bars, energy balls, or yogurt. Tuesdays start with a run. Now that winter is over, I can focus more on marathon training. Even though I love running and can go for hours, I'm starting to feel the pressure that comes with the commitment. Idea of running a marathon came to my mind, I didn't think about something that now it looks kind of obvious to me, because my initial thoughts were, oh, I love running. I love spending time running. So why not spending a lot of time, hours running and complete a marathon? And I forgot that sometimes when we get something that we love and we put pressure on it, it kind of spoils everything. It's like when we have this hobby that we love and we make that hobby a work. That's how I feel now, especially because I feel the pressure of documenting my marathon training. Yes, we are still waiting for the new microwave. That I am intensifying my training for the marathon, it's taking a toll on my energy levels. I think I have to start to eat more calories, at least on the days I run, especially now that I am running a lot. I can't reach the oats. Right on time. You showed up right on time. Thank you.
Closer.
Oh, please. Complete your service. Oh, and I need the peanut butter. Just kidding. I can get it. So what I was telling... Oh, yeah. I was telling you that I think I'm gonna have to eat more calories, at least on the days that I train more. And today I was thinking about the first time I ran 10 kilometers. It was a long time ago. I used to live in Argentina. It was almost 20 years ago, my first 10K. And I remember that by the end of the run, I was feeling on top of the world. Like 10K, it felt impossible. I had started running for only a couple of months. I would say maybe 4 months, 4 or 5 months. I was feeling amazing. And I always think about that day because it was a huge day for me. It was an important day in my history. It was an important day for me. And this morning I was thinking about that day because I remember after the run, I went to a barbecue at someone's house. And I remember eating, but eating like there is no tomorrow. I ate so much that day because I felt not only starving because of the running, but I felt so empowered. I remember, like, more than nourishing, I felt this sense of accomplishment, like I was rewarding myself. I always remember this because it was iconic. It was my first 10K. And I was thinking about that day because nowadays I run, I don't know, 15, 16, sometimes more than 20 kilometers in the morning, and I come back home like nothing, like a normal day. Not only I don't think as the run as something special, but I don't eat more than normal days. And I realized that has to change. So I have to tackle that because today I was feeling so out of energy. I was dragging myself after lunch, and now I'm preparing my energy balls. It's not the first time I prepare this recipe. I prepare this recipe quite often, and it's packed with protein but also with good carbs, which will give me a lot of good energy. I have 1.5 cups of oats here, half cup of whey protein powder. It could be any protein powder, actually even vegan. I'm adding 1 cup of peanut butter. And here let's pretend I have half cup of honey, but I ran out of honey and I have to complete the half cup with maple syrup, which is fine. I alternate between the two of them. If you wanna make this recipe at home, you can use whatever you like, wherever you prefer. And I'm gonna combine everything in the stand mixer. You don't need a stand mixer, to be honest. It's just because I'm too lazy today. You can totally mix it by hand. And now I have this dough. I'm gonna make little balls with this dough. And as simple as that, I don't have anything more to say. I'm gonna make balls, leave it on parchment paper, and leave for a couple of minutes, maybe an hour, in the fridge so it gets hard enough. Today I ventured out onto the balcony. It's still quite cold, but the sun is starting to warm things up a bit. Still, not enough to make the space comfortable for reading. So my reading session today is gonna be indoors. For dinner, I decided to prepare a protein-rich salad. I mixed 2 types of potatoes since I didn't have enough sweet potato. I cooked the salmon using my fail-proof method. Brushed it with a mix of soy sauce, honey and ginger, wrapped it in parchment paper, and baked it for 10 minutes at 450 Fahrenheit. Once cooked, I let the fish and potatoes cool in the freezer for about 10 minutes. They are better that way for salads. I finished it off with leaf greens, olive oil, and balsamic vinegar. While I was at it, I set the yogurt to ferment for tomorrow. The day began with an intense hip thrust workout, one of my favorite exercises. Not because of the movement itself, but because of the results. I feel my glutes respond to it better than to any other exercise. The yogurt I started yesterday turned out perfect for today's recipe. The texture, the consistency, everything just right. A small, silent victory to start the day. The morning finally brought the warmth I've been waiting for. Enough to spend the day on the balcony. But of course, today I have plans outside the home. It's that time of the week. It's time for my grocery run. I'm heading to Costco right now. Then I think I'm gonna pass by another grocery store for fresh produce because at Costco everything is in bulk. And I hope I can find a few items that I need for a fun project. At Costco, I always follow a well-defined strategy. My items don't vary much from week to week. I focus on protein, organic vegetables, and avoid ultra-processed food as much as possible. It might seem difficult at first, and it is, but over time you learn to make better use of the healthy products you buy. It becomes routine, more recipes, more familiarity, and everything starts to flow with less effort. This makes both cooking and shopping easier. Afterwards, I stopped by another grocery store to pick up items that need to be bought in smaller quantities. Mainly fruits and vegetables. groceries might seem like just another task, but I make a point of being fully present in this moment. It helps me visualize what I have on hand and think of meal ideas for the week. Sometimes the problem isn't not knowing what to cook. It's not giving your brain the time it needs to imagine. The fourth time I make these yogurt popsicles. They are packed with protein. It's as simple as mixing yogurt with protein powder and a little of honey or maple syrup, because I make with my own yogurt and I don't add any sugar to my yogurt. So I need something sweet to add to my popsicles. But this time I'm going a little further and I'm gonna add strawberries. And instead of using chocolate protein powder, I'm gonna make it with vanilla protein powder. So I think it's gonna be an interesting flavor. Decided to add maple syrup instead of honey because I've been enjoying the taste of maple syrup a lot lately. It's not something common for me. I'm Brazilian Canadian. I was born in Brazil. In Brazil, it's not a common thing, but lately I've been enjoying a lot. And because this popsicle is super healthy, it's packed with protein, it doesn't have a lot of calories, I think a little of indulgence would be good. Oh, by the way, even though the flavor of the protein powder is vanilla, I added a little more of vanilla because I love vanilla. I added a half teaspoon. And sorry, I forgot to mention the proportions. For each part of yogurt, I add half part of whey protein or any protein powder you have, and half tablespoon of honey or maple syrup. Because I had 4 cups of yogurt, I added 2 cups of whey protein and 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, and a teaspoon of vanilla just because I like it. For the first time this year, I managed to read a bit on the balcony. It might seem like just a change of scenery, but the open sky, the sound of birds, it all seems to give me more energy and make reading even more enjoyable. Tonight's dinner is chicken thighs. I prepare them simply, roasting them in the oven. The secret, a generous amount of seasoning. Another day is starting with a run, but this time with a slightly different landscape. For the first time this year, it was light enough for me to feel safe crossing a park I usually avoid during the dark winter's months. This allowed me to go farther from home, making the run much more interesting. It was 16.2 kilometers, the longest run I've done this year. Last week, we made dried tomatoes together, and I told you that I like to save the olive oil as a tomato-infused olive oil. And after a week in the fridge, I think it's time to separate them because, of course, I like to leave it for at least a week so it can get all the flavors from the tomato, from the oregano and garlic and all the good things. The result is amazing. They smell, even if I would use only for a smell, it would be worth it already. Every time I make dried tomatoes, I don't like to make large batches because we are only 2 here, so we don't have enough time to eat them, and that's why I make this very often. But it's time to have fresh tomato-infused olive oil. Another task for today. Yesterday, I went to the grocery store and I bought a few vegetables that I have to, that I have to prep. I like to pre-cut everything so I don't need to cut when I'm making salad for dinner. This way, I make sure I'm always eating salad because, you know, the worst part is prepping, is cutting all the ingredients. And when I have everything already chopped, I don't have to worry about it. So I'm gonna cut the radish and I think I'm gonna shred the carrots. I still have diced cucumbers, so I don't have to worry about them. But yeah, let's prep. The day is beautiful, but not as warm as yesterday. So my reading session is indoors today. For dinner, I chose to prepare shepherd's pie, but with a more South American twist. Basically, the way we make it in Brazil. I like to prepare this kind of meal on long-run days, like today, because it offers a good combination of protein and carbohydrates, essential for recovery. Friday is the day I challenge myself to lift heavier at the gym. Knowing I'll have 2 days of rest over the weekend gives me the confidence to push a bit more. Beautiful day to be on the balcony. I came back from the gym and I was ready to start my day inside, and I decided to test the waters, and the weather right now is perfect for the balcony. It's not super hot, but it's kind of chilly in the shadow, but under the sun is perfect. So I'm just gonna chill here for a little bit. Maybe I'm gonna read a little, and I think I'm gonna work from the balcony this morning. This week, I chose to paint my nails a sparkling teal, a bold color that looked perfect in the bottle. Too bad it didn't turn out exactly as I expected on my nails, but that's okay. There's always next week to try a prettier shade, right? I had to put a hoodie on because it's still chilly, especially because now the sun is setting. So yeah, it is what it is. But still, I could enjoy the balcony a little bit. I think it was the first day this season this year actually, that I actually could enjoy the balcony to read. I could read quite a bit. And actually this week marks another thing, because I always try to start the week working more. I do the heavy load of work, let's say, in the beginning of the week. So I start working long hours, but if everything goes as planned, by the end of the week, I'm not as busy as in the beginning, so I can enjoy. So usually I have more relaxed Fridays like this one. But it was the first Friday in a long time that I could actually do that, because for the last weeks, every week something would come up and I would have work to do on Fridays. But I think now everything's gonna be normalized. Actually, it's gonna be better because I have plans for the vlogs. This week, as you may noticed, I'm posting a weekly vlog. I was posting daily vlogs and 3 times a week, but I'm gonna try this new format in a more aesthetic way, speaking less, but speaking meaningful. So this way, I think I can have a lighter load of work because I've been working a lot. Editing had become a good chunk of my work, of my weekly work, and now that summer is coming, I want to enjoy more the weather, not only to be on the balcony to be reading, but to explore the city more. I like to show Toronto here on the vlogs, and spring and late spring and summer is the prime time of the vlog. I would say it's when I think that the things that are more fun. I'm a summer person, I was born in Brazil, so don't get me wrong, I like cold. I always wanted to live in a cold weather, but the winter here is too long sometimes, and I miss summer. I miss the warm weather. So yes, it is what it is. I think from now on, not only you're going to see weekly vlogs, but more aesthetic vlogs, more relaxing vlogs, and I believe they are going to be more fun as well. And this way we can enjoy summer together. Is there a better way to start the day than with yoga? Yes, with yoga and warm weather. It's kind of chilly this morning, but I decided to do my yoga flow at home. I don't know, I was just feeling it. During summer, I like to do yoga flows here on the balcony, and I'm a certified yoga instructor, so don't worry, I know what I'm doing. Actually, if you subscribe to my newsletter, you know that we do yoga flows there together. It's one of the perks of being part of my newsletter. I post informative videos there about health and wellness. I post recipes. You watch the vlogs early, and we do yoga together there. But rarely, I mean, not during summer, but it's not a thing that I always do, like doing my own yoga flow by myself. It's a nice experience. I love every time I do it, but I don't know why I don't start. I prefer to go to the gym. I like to follow a flow when I'm doing my practice, so I don't have to think. To be honest, when I'm teaching, when I'm recording a yoga flow for you guys, it's not that I'm worried or I'm nervous, but of course I have to put more effort on it, to think about the flow, to think about things that would be nice to other people, including poses that are not my favorite, but I know they are important. So yeah, when I do by myself, it's a little different, I think. And I need a blanket now because it's kind of cold. But yeah, we have fun plans for today. It's our last day together in this vlog, but it's gonna be a memorable day. So this afternoon we have a soccer match to go. It's so nice that we have a stadium. Actually, it's an arena. What is that? Because it's not any stadium.
They call it BMO Stadium.
No, they call it BMO Field. Anyways, it's so good because we have this stadium or arena or like 10 minutes walking from home, and we love soccer. And of course we miss Brazilian soccer, but we enjoy a lot the whole, how can I say, the whole event, like going there and eating popcorn, watching soccer, cheering for the team. Of course, we cheer the Toronto Football Club. But anyways, I also have other plans, these plans for the night. This week I got, okay, I went to Costco this week and I got shrimps, a lot of shrimps here. And I got corn as well, because I was thinking about maybe making a boil or something. I don't know yet. I don't know the specifics of the recipe that I'm gonna prepare. I like to play by ear. But anyways, the game is 4:30 and then we come back and oh, I forgot to mention. I bought this because our plans are to enjoy the balcony this evening, and we like to do like eating something, drinking some wine. We have the game 4:30. It's 10 minutes from here, walking. And when we come back, I want to have everything prep already. At least I want to clean the shrimps beforehand, so we don't have to worry a lot about working when we are already tired and when we already want to enjoy the weekend, right? Playing with the shrimp like me is optional. Cleaning them, on the other hand, is absolutely necessary. I like to leave them whole, with shell, tail, and head. Even though I don't eat the head, I keep it during cooking because it intensifies the flavor in a way that's hard to ignore. Today's lunch was simple but protein-rich. Red lentil pasta, mackerel, and spinach.
City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down. Yeah.
I was born in the city, I was raised on its edges. My pop worked his life on its confines. I found love in its center. If I could live here forever, think it'd be for the better. I love the weather, even though it's fog 24/7.
Even though Toronto FC isn't our childhood team, being at a soccer game always transports us back to these times.
Moments in life. See, I felt in love for the first time in Golden Gate Park. I saw my first rap show at Great American Hall. I used to beg my homies for a ride across the bridge to goof off and spend the whole damn day doing whatever we want.
Every time we come to the stadium, it feels like home. Soccer is part of our identity, no matter where in the world we are.
I never really had a place to call my own, so I travel in.